Because mind you, I know nothing about the hood.
Pure.
What is that? What is good, House of Cards? It's Ace here. We are back with Guan Guan speaking about what the future of Marvel Rivals will hold. This is the 20th. Right, this is the 20th. This is the 20th dev vision that Marvel Rivals is providing us. That's honestly kind of crazy to say, like saying it out loud. We've had 20 of these. So shout out to them over at Marvel Rivals. So we all know for a fact that at the end of this week, the Hood will be dropping. We already know he's going to be a Vanguard. But what other things will Guan Guan speak upon in this dev vision? I don't know. What do y'all think? Now, I'm going to tell you what I want him to speak on. This whole AI voice detecting thing that they got going on. I need them to fix that because there should be no reason. And I'm just going to speak on it right now. Dev vision aside, what's going on in Marvel Rivals? Just, banning certain people. We know exactly what certain people we talking about. Because let's just say, for example, during a team fight, if I'm picking up on things people aren't doing, if I'm displaying callouts, why in the world, if I raise my voice like this or show any type of intensity in my voice, I don't even got to say nothing wrong. But if I eventually do turn to saying something wrong, something as simple as cussing, why am I getting almost an immediate voice chat ban? Like, I could almost pinpoint the time where I'm like, oh, I did this. Immediate ban. But you got people throwing out slurs left, right, and center like those are the only words that they was raised on. Like that's the only words in their vocabulary. That's the only words they've heard around the house. That's the only words that they can only bring out because they know they behind a screen, but they know 100% well they wouldn't they wouldn't throw them words forth to our faces. But they get to walk off scot-free. Let's talk about that for a second. I just don't think it's right. Because let's be real now. There are a multitude of instances, and now it's not just me, but there are a multitude of cases that we have creators with melanin flowing through their systems, saying the slightest things, immediate voice chat ban.
I fried the fuck out that nigga!
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm getting banned. I love y'all.
Fuck these
Oh, I'm
niggas,
chat
man.
banned for 5 hours.
But let it be somebody else. And let's be real, you can hear diction in certain people's voices that you know damn well shouldn't be saying these words.
Why are you here to sell my game, nigga? You wanna play Tank?
I hear a lot of nigga was heard, but nary a nigga was seen. That is a Caucasian male talking about nigga in my voice chat.
I just don't like you.
And he's still talking. He ain't banned. He's still talking.
Where's their ban at? And on top of that, these people are actually getting reported. It's not the AI that's, sniping these folks. No, this is people that's actually putting reports of text chat abuse, voice chat abuse. And a lot of these reports aren't handling no type of business. I'm just putting that out there. It's kind of suspicious. I'm just putting that out there because it's kind of suspicious. But with all that being said, that's not why we're here today. We're here to learn about the Hood. We're here to learn about his abilities, his capabilities, and what else Rivals has in store for us in the future. So all of the rant aside, if you're excited about this, because I'm excited about it, and if you are, make sure you leave a like, drop a comment, have a friend subscribe, but also have you subscribe as well. Let me redo that. I'm excited about that. If you're excited, make sure you drop a like, leave a comment, go ahead and subscribe, and have a friend to subscribe. Also, honestly, we're just going to keep that first flub in because why not? We'll just keep it in there. But Also, before we do get into this, I want to make a quick announcement. As of the day that I'm recording this is August 4th, and I've kind of just like made this clear, but I just want to give one final reminder. But yeah, as of the day that I'm recording this is August 4th. Come tomorrow, I will be going back to my regularly scheduled job. Come tomorrow, so there will be adjustments in terms of the streams, in terms of more of the long form content, in the sense where I want to be a little bit more organized with what I'm doing so I could actually push out this content in both a timely manner, but also, because if I'm being honest, this whole lack of schedule thing that I've been doing, it really hasn't been, it's been okay, but I feel like putting myself more on a schedule will allow me to not only push out good content for y'all, but also, give a little bit more of a connectivity to y'all, because y'all don't really know when I stream because I never really had a schedule. So just a heads up, in terms of streaming, you'll see this on my homepage on my channel. But in terms of streaming, I'll be streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to 9:30 Central Standard Time. And weekends, those will kind of still be a little bit more spontaneous, but I do plan on using the weekends more for like editing clips, making videos, and all of that stuff. So depending on how much I have in terms of like my clips and how much content that I have that I want to press out for the coming week, there'll be a stream on the weekend as well. But definitely Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Oh no, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to 9:30 Central Standard Time. That's will be when the streams go. So just keep that in mind, y'all. All of that being said, though, I've talked y'all ear off long enough. Let's get into this 20th of Dev Vision now, shall we?
Hello everyone, Guang Guang here. It's great to see you all again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And a new villain. May I say, before we talk about anything else, this is the first villain since Ultron, if I'm not mistaken. Like, straight up villain that's been in Marvel Rivals, that's been added. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, we had anti-heroes, we apparently have heroes and all of that stuff, but this is the first straight up villain that we're having since Ultron. It took them 7 seasons. But hey, I'm not complaining.
Season 9 shook up the Chronoverse. The brand new team-up system fundamentally evolved how our heroes synergize, injecting fresh, explosive energy into Marvel Rivals. We've been thrilled to watch the reworked Black Widow gain a lethal reputation across both quick match and competitive modes, and the reception to our newest hero, Jubilee, has been incredible. The community has truly uncovered her true potential, but as Season 9...
I wouldn't say that because let me tell you, a lot of people use Jubilee more offensively. Like, we still have the case of the damn DPSing strategist with Jubilee. A lot of people are like, they're solely using her healing fields, the bubbles, for offense specifically. Like, there are so many times when I'm looking at a Jubilee that's on my team use the bubble specifically for blinding the enemies and then just like lasering them to like finish them off. Like, why in the world, like, those bubbles are used to heal, so why are you using them strictly for offensive? And B, even when you do use them offensively, like, I'm not saying to not use them offensively, but there's a way to go about it. And that way to go about it is like, use the bubbles to like close the gap. It's kind of like tanking in a way. Like, you can use the bubbles to like make space, kind of like how Cloak and Dagger has their bubble. And if you like, you're able to, while the duration of the bubble is still active, you can stand on point and try to, get some picks. If not, you could at the very least, like, try to force them off the point. But like, let's say I'll use a convoy map, for example. What I would do as Jubilee is I would put like one bubble on the payload, and then I'll put like one bubble where I'm at and try to maintain those bubbles as long as possible. But if I see that it's a multitude of like allies in where I have a bubble at, and you know there's no need to like have that specific stream of healing still flowing, I'm gonna get rid of that bubble. I'm gonna retrieve that bubble, not necessarily get rid, because you can retrieve and ignite it. I'm gonna retrieve it so I can still have a bubble intact, so I can put another bubble possibly, you know, and use that offensively. Because if I have, so let's use, I'm gonna use this drink pack as an example. Don't ask me why I got it on here just like this, just rock with it. But say we've got, this is where we're on attack. Say this is the spawn points, and say this is where the payload is. What I'm gonna do at the spawn point is go ahead and try to throw a bubble and maximize its, you know, size on point. You know, I'm gonna go and charge the bubble up on point, which will allow my teammates to come from the spawn to the bubble, because they'll have a consistent stream of healing, because I'm doing my primary healing my team while they're going toward the bubble, which will give them another steady stream of healing. But like, say for example, I have, you know, Spider-Man or Black Panther diving on me. I'm gonna put a bubble where I'm at as well, so I myself don't get, you know, immediately decimated. Like, I'm not necessarily saying I'm gonna survive them, but what I am saying is I do have a plan to last as long as possible while still having a steady stream of healing on said bubble. But let's say we don't got nobody diving. Let's just say that everything's going okay, and I still have either an extra bubble left, or I have the bubble that's currently on me. I'm gonna retrieve that bubble on me, keep the bubble that's on the point. Granted, you know, there's still enemies that they're fighting on said point, and then I'm gonna put another bubble ahead of them, so that way they have their next checkpoint of getting a steady stream of healing. And again, I can still charge it from where I'm at. I have no bubble on me. I go to where the bubble on the point is, and I'm just using like the payload point as an example of like reference. But like, this can apply like anytime. It doesn't necessarily have to be putting a bubble specifically on the payload. But then I have, you know, this said bubble on the payload, say they're still fighting enemies, they still have a steady stream of healing. But then I put another bubble, which I can either use defensively to have, well, I guess it would technically be offensively, but two different ways of offense. Either offensively, to where I can have my team move on to the next point of interest to keep pushing the enemy team back, or I can use said bubble offensively because I put it where the enemy's at, and that's where I ignite it. Sometimes it'd be like a mass amount of enemies. Sometimes it'll be just like a small select few to where you can get a certain amount of picks. Either way, you can use that bubble and ignite that to either get some picks or blind them to try to like push them back even further. That's using Jubilee's bubbles to their full potential. Not just throwing them and then immediately igniting them and then try lasering them down. And even when I do put them down offensively to ignite them, I try to still damage the enemy team as much as possible. Like, I'll try to get them, let's say maybe like 66% of the way down, like 2/3 to like half of the way down, then ignite when they're weakened, and then we hit that, you know, hit scan like laser. And that's when things like that's how you go and maximize it. My fault for the little mini rant. I just had to speak on that, bro, because people like, she's been out for like what, 4 to 5 weeks, and yeah, we got a lot of people Lord Jubilee, and some of the Lord Jubilees are cool, but like, people aren't really taking into account what could be done in order to truly maximize Jubilee's playstyle. That's all I'm saying. Back to the video.
5 approaches. A darker element is stepping out of the shadows. What chaos will Parker Robbins, the Hood, bring to the battlefield? The Hood is a vanguard, a dynamic gunner who works the razor's edge between mortal mobster and demonic powerhouse, flexibly switching between human and demon foes. Parker lays down relentless frontal cover fire with his twin pistols. Utilizing his mystical cloak, he channels the chaotic energy of Oblivion to manifest protective shields for his allies, while hurling dark magic orbs that warp into barriers, sapping the strength of incoming enemy fire. When the Hood's demonic energy reaches critical point, his inner demon breathes through, entering half-demon state. His arms mutate into devastating demonic rifles, allowing him to unleash an absolute hailstorm of death. For his ultimate ability, the Hood fully surrenders to the darkness, entering full demon state, transforming into a fully realized gun demon. In this terrifying state, he fires massive, high-impact piercing rounds that completely punch through shields and enemy alike, all while radiating completely.
Hold on, no. Go back a bit. Because mind you, I know nothing about the hood. What is that?
What the fuck is that?
Buddy, what? Dog really transformed into a whole Glock, bro. Like, is this lore accurate? Is this comic lore accurate? Because again, I know nothing about the hood, bro. Is this lore accurate? Does he actually transform into this? This man genuinely done transformed into damn Mega Zygarde, bro. That's hilarious. This man done really transformed into freaking Mega Zygarde. But like even more guns, he's like Mega Zygarde mixed with Spawn. That's wild.
Rounds that completely punch through shields and enemy alike, all while radiating dark energy that grants bonus health to nearby teammates. We've been building the Hood's lore with our friends at Marvel Games and Marvel Publishing for months now, and we are excited for this next step in his story. In the lore, the heroes recently locked the Hood in a temporary holding cell after he murdered Gambit. From behind bars, he actually volunteered to unlock the secrets of the Tablet of Death and Entropy, an artifact capable of communicating directly with the dead. Moon Knight communed with the Tablet, listening to the agonizing whispers of billions of undead souls. These lost voices testify to the cruelty of Apocalypse, accusing the mutant god of orchestrating ties and Eclipse to systematically exterminate entire worlds and races. While the heroes unraveled the web of recent murders and confirmed that Apocalypse himself was struck down by the new wielder of all black, the Necro Sword. This final revelation from the Tablet changes everything. Mark Spector now realizes the terrifying truth. A true mastermind is hiding behind the curtain, playing them all like pawns, one that he knows all too well. The curtain drops on this cosmic conspiracy in Season 9.5.
May I assume this mastermind is going to be revealed in Season 10? If that's the case, who do y'all think is the true mastermind that's pulling all of these strings? Let me know in the comments down below, because I have an idea. Anyway, Rivals Summer Finale 20. What could y'all possibly have left? How possibly would you want to squeeze out even more money from us, Guan? You done threw 2 gacha events. You done threw all of these summer skins. How else will you squeeze out the last little bit of dollars from us before this summer ends, Guan? Elaborate.
Following our August 13th update, a brand new wave of Swing Seal special costumes and cosmetics will hit the store. Additionally,
Hold on, go back. Oh, yes. Oh, we're eating good. Oh, yes. What I say? What did I say? I told you they was gonna be taking my money, bros. Yep. We got Storm, y'all. Watch it be an epic skin, though. Watch it be an epic skin. I bet you it's gonna be an epic skin. We got Black Cat up in here. which I first of all, 2 legendary skins, and she's only been out for like a season and a half. Cause I know for a fact this is gonna be a legendary skin. Like, let's not even kid ourselves. The Magic skin is also gonna be legendary. Let's say the Wanda might be legendary too. But I don't care about none of that. Storm is getting another skin. Is it basic? Yes. Will it be epic? More than likely, yes. Matter of fact, no, if it's epic, brother, then come on. If this Storm skin turns out to be epic, Guan Guan. Don't play in our faces, Guan Guan. If this Storm skin turns out to be epic, man, don't play with us, Guan Guan. I'm just saying. I'm just putting this out there. I am putting this out there. If this Storm skin just so happens to be epic, out of all the times you done skipped out on having a Storm, BP, or Blade skin, you drop a Storm skin. We appreciate you for it. But in the midst of all of these skins that we got looking at right now, we got Star-Lord, Fire, we got Bucky. I like the little, was that supposed to be like a lobster, robotic lobster arm? That's the kind I mess with that. We got Wanda, simple, basic, but we love it. We got Black Cat, which was honestly inevitable. I thought they were going to be doing this next year, to be honest with you. And we've got Magic, also inevitable. People have been talking about wanting this for the longest time. But in the midst of all of this, because I can already call it right now, Magic and Black Cat, they're going to be legendary. Wanda, I'm still kind of on the fence about. I feel like she might be legendary too, because I'm looking at a lot of stuff to which, let's be real, like a lot of customizable options. But if I'm looking at this Storm skin and it turns out to be an epic skin, Guan Guan, let my look of I wish you would tell you everything you need to know. Continue.
First 13th update, a brand new wave of swimsuit special costumes and cosmetics will hit the store. Additionally, the Guardians of Mischief is getting a flare upgrade. We are rolling out exclusive toggleable movement and ability animations for Lady Loki, which you can customize directly in the costume menu. Finally, grab your tackle box. The fan favorite Krakow and Reels event returns for Volume 2.
Okay. Storage optimization for...
As the Marvel Rivals universe expands with every season, so does our file size. While this is the nature of a growing chronoverse, our tech wizards have been hard at work forging solutions. In Season 9.5, we are implementing a massive texture compression overhaul without sacrificing a single pixel of visual fidelity. We are drastically shrinking the game's footprint on your hard drives. PC players can expect a reduction of roughly 40 gigabytes, while PS5 and Xbox versions are expected to decrease by 15 gigabytes.
Now, to my tech people, is that I'm gonna need somebody to elaborate on that, because I really don't know what that means. It just make you like you're still getting good graphics, you're still getting good looks while sacrificing what? Let me know in the comments.
Note, because we are completely repackaging these assets, the initial Season 9.5 update will be larger than usual, but the final installed size will be much lighter. Zhiyong is busy in the lab fine-tuning the meta, so keep your eyes peeled for our upcoming balance adjustments. Until next time, ignite the battle.
The battle, good sir. And as this new season drops at the end of this week, August 7th, you know what's crazy? It's kind of obvious because that's how games happen. But they're really dropping this new season pretty much when Marvel Tokon is dropping too, which I will be playing. Will I be able to get the pre-order? I don't really know, honestly, because I am still very broke. But, life, that's, neither here nor there. I'm still going to get the game anyway. And I'm still going to be streaming that game as well. But, honestly, I'm going to be real. I didn't expect... I wouldn't say that I wouldn't expect a new wave of skins, but I definitely didn't expect Storm to be on there, given how, Marvel Rivals history when it comes to, yeah. Well, first of all, technical difficulties, y'all, so we back on it. But shoot, I don't even remember what I was saying. I just know for a fact, like I said, Storm, I think I was talking about. I just really hope they don't do her wrong, bruh. Because as it's been made very apparent, like, even though it's been apparent in previous seasons, it's been like definitely shown to light this season that characters with this complexion don't really get the love they deserve. But I'm not gonna go too deep into it. Ultimately, I'm excited about Buddy. This was probably the... Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. Right here.
Terrifying state. He fires massive, high-impact piercing.
That's hilarious. This man is he's a gun with guns as arms, bro. Like that's hilarious. I just need somebody to tell me if this is like comic book accurate or something like that. Because again, I know nothing about the hood, bro. But all that being said, as y'all see, he's dropping August 7th, 2026, y'all. We have another Vanguard on our side. And they also just recently dropped the character reveal for the hood, so I'll be reacting to that next. I'm excited. If y'all are excited about the hood making it to Marvel Rivals, make sure you drop a like, you leave a comment, go ahead and subscribe, and have a friend to subscribe. But without anything else left to say, I'll see y'all next time, y'all. Peace.